I am super excited about the time we are in, specifically concerning the resurgence and love and attention being given to the Mighty Mutants of Marvel Comics, aka the X-Men. I'd like to welcome you all to the party, a party that's been jumping since about 1975 and then another plateau around 91. Pretty much the entire 90s and so on. Now, some of you may be confused during this time. You may even ask the foolish question of, when did Marvel get so woke? Why are they hopping on all these agendas? Relax. It's okay. You are late to the party. You'll be acclimated in time. Or thrown out. See, a lot of us for years have been waiting for this moment in time. For some, since the original run of the animated series, some since Giant Size X-Men #1, and others since the release of the greatest selling comic book issue of all time. On behalf of all of us who, I'll bet, have been enjoying the MCU, but have been silent since its inception, welcome. You have no idea what kind of ride you're in for. Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek?
DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. I got a question, do you speak geek? New episodes on the podcast dropping each week. Get hip to the game, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek. Flavor for your ears, bars flowing on unique beats. Blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks. The Source Wall Wednesday dropping comics you should cop. I think you'd ought to peep. Don't sleep on Dono and Nix. They preaching the gospel, real ish, ill like mono, they sick. Thumb life if you're into games with combos and kicks. This podcast is a gift, it's as real as it gets. Blurs taking over, with clever marketing we gain exposure. Feeding the community magic, your boy's a nerd promoter. The dialogue is Jimmy Crackcorn, we aiming for gold. The truth was told, I can't speak for other platforms. Sharp as cats out like knives, claws, and tack thorns. We blacking out, going crazy like a black storm. DYSG, don't forget to follow back. Hosting on the airwaves, always keeping it a stack. Flowers to my haters, psych, I ain't giving y'all jack. #1 on the charts, give your boy a gold plaque.
Hey, yo, what it do? It's your boy Nix back in the building once again, episode 168 of the podcast. First and foremost, y'all already know what it is.
Shout out to my blurs, they represent the realness.
And shout out to everybody who has been rocking with your boy since the beginning of this thing. But if you are new here, welcome to Do You Speak Geek? This is the podcast. We bring you all the latest and greatest inside the geek realm. Shout out to Spreaker. That's the home team. But wherever you get your podcast, please be sure to subscribe to Do You Speak Geek. DYSGmedia.com. It's going to be the central place for everything DYSG, y'all. Do You Speak Geek? The Color Commentary Wrestling Podcast. The Love Blurs. The blogs. The merch. The Cosplay Corner. The DYSG Download. And much more. So keep an eye out for that. It is coming soon. But in the meantime, follow us on social media. Facebook at DYSGFB. Twitter at DYSG_tweets. And Twitch, Instagram, TikTok for the foreseeable future. And Threads at Do You Speak Geek. YouTube is the place to find the Dono and Daddy Show and DYSG Live. We wrapped up an incredible episode recently with my man Kevin Murphy of Blurred Station. Also, shout out to my co-host Demetrius Holt, aka Hellspawn Cosplay, pulling through. Thank you all so much. Please check that out while you are there. Subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications and leave comments. We want to know what you guys think. Be sure to hit up AttackOnNoir.com. It is your blurred surprise box, y'all. Trust me, they got the hotness in every box every month. So please check that out. And while you're there, use promo code DYSG. Get yourself a little something off. And as to reiterate from my past interview, Blur Station, y'all. Blur Station, y'all. Blur Station, y'all. I can't say it enough. Blur Station, y'all. BlurStation.com. Subscribe. We're bringing y'all that heat. I promise you. But we can't do it without your support. So subscribe. Get those subscriptions up. And we're going to give y'all the heat for this hashtag new Black Hollywood. All right. We're going to go and get to the podcast here. We got a pretty good episode going on here for y'all. So let's do what we do by this time, people. Let's speak geek.
And tell him to suit up.
Woohoo! Let's go!
It's your boy Nick D. Speak Geek. We live.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I am here!
Acknowledge me.
Well, what if the Hulk picked up Thor while Thor is holding the hammer?
This is the way.
Welcome to my nightmare.
It has begun!
All right, the reviews coming at you at rapid fire. Let's get it. Boy Kills World, overstuffed and kind of wearisome, pulpy action comedy. Boy Kills World proves that it can be a little too much of a good thing, but still, check it out anyway. Infested, this French creature feature Infested delivers the creepy crawly kicks promised by its title, although its human elements don't really go anywhere. Skip this one. Velma Season 2. Listen. Just because you put Febreze on a shit stain don't mean it ain't gonna stink either way. Despite some character growth, Velma's second season remains an unfocused, confusing mess, undermining by ineffective attempts at humor and a lack of coherent storytelling. This show sucks. I don't know how it got a second season. Anyway, moving on. The Veil. Now, you've seen shows like this before, and watching Elizabeth Moss try to do a British accent has its charms. This would have been far better as a maybe short movie, but that's not really the entertainment landscape right now. The Veil is a so-so spy series that feels like it was made 20 years too late. I don't know. Sandland. Sandland's focus shows potential, but it devolves into a by-the-numbers open world action game with storytelling that only occasionally manages to live up to the joys of the original work. So play at your own risk. Stellar Blade is great in all the most important ways for action game, but the dull characters, kind of a lackluster story, and several frustrating elements with this RPG and the mechanics, it prevents it from soaring along with some of the best in the genre. Play at your own risk. Anyway, Knuckles. Fun, chaotic bonus level that nails everything that made the Sonic movies great, earning a well-deserved fist bump. Knuckles is dope. Check it out. Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2. It sucks that this trilogy's sort of middle ground has lost its steam, failing to achieve the same emotional gravitas as the original comic or even the Arrowverse version. And that's saying something. Anyway, finally we have Tales of Kenzera Zao. Its action isn't groundbreaking within the genre, but it's elevated by a truly moving story about how to go on in this world when your loved ones have passed on to the next. So it's a good story. Action needs some work. Those are the reviews. Let's go ahead and get into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
The Source Wall Wednesday.
You gotta do superhero landing. Wait for it.
I started out, I wanted to write comic books when I was younger.
To make the comic book world as diverse as the real world.
There is nothing better than a comic book.
Have y'all read this? Have y'all read this?
They probably haven't, King, but let's get into it anyway. The pull list this week, we have X-Men 34. The end is nigh. The Krakoan age is nearly at an end. And what might be the final battle of our heroes of Krakoa. One last stop before the fall and rise come to their conclusion, and everything changes. Oh, man. The Krakoan age is ending, y'all. I hate to see it, but all good things, right? Invincible Iron Man 18, side by side with Magneto. For years, the master of magnetism was Iron Man's greatest fear. But to take down Osiris, Will Tony have to work with the X-Men's former adversary? And will a fight against every Sentinel on Earth be too much for even these two powerhouses? Damn, I hope they can take it out. I hope y'all be all right. Y'all will be all right. I hope so. Deadpool and Wolverine, World War III #1. Wade Wilson and Logan at the ends of the earth and each other's throats. The most intensely mismatched team up in comics and pop culture. The best there is, and the Merc with the Mouth undergoes a radical change as we kick off a 3-part global spanning saga for the ages. The mysterious Delta believes in change. Change is good. But as he sets his sights on Deadpool and Wolverine, is caught up in the plot. Is the third time really the charm or the curse? Get ready for World War III to erupt on the scene with the wildest duo in comics for legends Joe Kelly and Adam Kubert. Just in time for the movie, right? Let's see what we got. Superman House of Brainiac Special #1. An essential issue in the Action Comics Superman crossover as Brainiac's secret history with Lobo and Shazna is revealed. How did Brainiac create the bottled city of Shazna? Who steps up to protect Metropolis after Brainiac's army leaves it in ruin? Will Lois Lane confront Perry White about his own secrets as he runs for mayor of Metropolis? And how is Amanda Waller involved in all of this? Because she's Amanda Waller. All of these questions are answered in this critical issue that connects to DC's Superman-sized event. Meanwhile, Bebo steps up. With the heroes gone and a city in some serious need of champions, our favorite bartender organizes the community to save their beloved home. Bebo, that's cool. I like that. Blood Hunt #1. The skies have gone dark. The sun hiding its face from the carnage to come. The children of the night, the vampires, have risen from the dark and hidden places of the world as one to drown the Marvel Universe in blood. Earth's final night has fallen. Can even the heroes of this doomed world stem the tide of blood that is to come? Join the Avengers, Blade, Bloodline, Spider-Man, Hunter's Moon, Tigra, Doctor Strange, and Clea as they dance the death battle in Blood Hunt #1. Just so y'all know, there is a second book. There will be more blood, expanded and expert. A poly bag for your protection. A red band edition of Blood Hunt #1 releases on the same day as the original. It's too explicit for even a regular edition. I'm gonna get both. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna get both. And finally, we have Ranger Academy #7. A grim discovery reveals information about the last Green Ranger at the Academy, and it's too close to home for Sage to let go of her obsession. As the threat of Dark Spectre approaches Ranger Academy, Sage will have to believe in herself and claim the power that's hers if she's going to protect her loved ones. Those are just my picks. Be sure to pick these up this week, y'all, at your local comic book store. Now, in Sourcewall News, well, not Sourcewall News necessarily, as you all know, this week, at the last Saturday of this week, is going to be the annual free comic book day. Here are just a few of my picks of what you should be getting while you are there. Just remember, y'all, there are certain comics that are free. That doesn't mean every comic book is free. And while you are there, please support the local comic book store. Buy some shit, okay? The Worlds of James Tynion IV #1. On the eve of the 5-year anniversary of Something Is Killing the Children, the 10-year anniversary of The Woods and Metmic, celebrate James Tynion's fourth iconic run of horror classics at Boom Studios in this exclusive free comic book day special, featuring a curated lineup of some of his most terrifying and thought-provoking stories, alongside exciting teases of what's to come and an exclusive collectible cover. This is one issue that fans will not want to miss. Hellboy / Stranger Things #1. Hellboy consults a crystal ball reader for help solving a murder, but things quickly go off the rails. In Stranger Things, Argyle and Jonathan swap fantastical and scary tales as they make one last pizza delivery for the night. Oh, that's cool. Marvel Voices #1, celebrating a year of Marvel Voices with a brand new story starring Spider-Man India. Discover the legacy of the last Black Panther, join Web Weaver in a hot pursuit of a thief in NYC, jam out with Spider-Gwen, and see the world of the X-Men through a whole new lens. All this and more awaits in a special edition of Marvel's Voices. Plus, return to Earth 50101, the home of Patrick Pakbar, Spider-Man of Mumbai, for a new post-pounding adventure by celebrated writer Nikesh Shukla and artist Tatum Gaidu. That's going to be a dope one. Y'all check that one out. And finally, we have Street Fighter versus Final Fight #1. Now, I would have loved to see this video game when I was a kid. The fighters of two fantastic video game franchises collide in Street Fighter versus Final Fight. In this special Capcom crossover issue, the World Warriors come to blows with the heroes of Metro City across multiple eras of fighting game history. It's a martial arts feud that reaches from the time of the original Final Fight 1 all the way up to modern day Street Fighter 6. I'm definitely going to be getting that one. Y'all be sure to participate this year on Free Comic Book Day. And again, while you are there, support the shop. Buy comics, buy pop figures, buy collectibles, buy stickers, buy Pokemon cards, buy something else while you're there. Don't just go to get the free comics and then leave, all right? Support the shop. It's a good day. Okay, let's watch this.
Watch this.
You have failed this city.
I did not try to kill you.
Ball-headed demo.
Chai means D, bro. You're saying DD.
You say I'm arrogant, I say damn right.
You've got me. Who's got you?
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. There was only one piece of news I would say worth talking about, but really only piece of news that came out this week as far as watch this, but it was a doozy. The Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Marvel released the new trailer, and as it's over the top with swear words and claw-filled action as you'd expect. The trailer finally fully reveals Hugh Jackman reprising his iconic role as Wolverine, this time wearing the fan favorite yellow and blue costume made famous by the character design from the X-Men comics. There's plenty of setup here with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool asking the washed up Wolverine for help. It appears that in this reality, Wolverine has failed spectacularly in some catastrophic way. The X-Men are dead and needs a bit of encouragement before going all in on Deadpool's mission. Sounds like Old Man Logan. At various points, we see Deadpool and Wolverine fighting each other before working together to fight common enemies, including Cassandra Nova, the evil twin sister of X-Men leader Charles Xavier, aka Professor X. It's unclear exactly why Cassandra Nova is the big bad here, but curiously we see Ant-Man's head as the entrance to a villainous base of operations. And if you all pause that trailer, you will see several other X-Men canonical villains through the MCU and maybe even during the X-Men run in Fox that you'll see, kind of peppered down there. We also see Deadpool and Wolverine leap through a portal that looks a lot like Doctor Strange sort of portal that he conjures up in the MCU. The trailer ends with Deadpool and Blind Al having a chat about drugs, with Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige name-checked in a typical fourth wall break. Y'all, this movie's gonna be fun. It ain't gonna be like the one of the greatest Marvel movies ever made. It's not gonna be like, Winter Soldier like that, but this is gonna be a very, very fun movie. And you should go in there with that expectation. The producers have already said you don't need to do any homework to watch this movie. Don't go in with any expectations, just go in and have fun. I like that idea. All right, y'all. Let's hop into Thumb Life.
Wars are won by those that are willing to sacrifice everything.
Don't you dare say it! Jackpot!
Here's James. Oh my goodness, the slam!
If you know my moves, you know I'm gonna wreck you.
Kabimo? Ah, Chilu.
The best way to practice is by dueling. Duelists, take your marks.
All right, y'all. I don't even want to talk about this, honestly, but it's too dope not to. As y'all know, I'm a Sony guy. I'm PlayStation to the death. I've been rocking with them since PS2, honestly. A little bit of PS1, but definitely since PS2. But this makes my blood boil just a little bit. Microsoft's run of custom Xbox consoles continues, this time with an X-Men 97 Xbox Series X and controllers. Wow. Wow. That's a triple X gaming right there.
Oh my.
Hey, yo. Hey. Y'all was thinking it. I just had the balls to say it. Amid the continued success of Disney Plus's X-Men 97 animated show, Microsoft has revealed the Marvel Animations X-Men 97 custom comic Xbox Series X. It's an Xbox Series X wrapped in an exclusive comic by Marvel writer Rich Dordrick and artist Paco Diaz, with Xbox's Design Labs X-Men character controllers to accompany it. The comic is a 2-page story with a full-page cover exclusive to the Xbox Series X and features Cyclops leading the X-Men in a battle against the Sentinels and Master Mold. An Xbox Series X controller makes a special appearance in the Danger Room. This is the first time a comic book has wrapped an Xbox Series X, and now Microsoft tradition, it's only available as part of a limited time sweepstakes hosted by Xbox Twitter. Now, here's how you can enter. You can follow Xbox on X and retweet the official Xbox sweepstakes tweet, hashtag Xbox97 sweepstakes, during the entry period. Fans can secure their chance to win an Xbox Series X controller inspired by X-Men 97 Xbox Wireless controllers. This comes with the console but will not be customized. And an Xbox Design Lab controller inspired by X-Men 97 Wolverine. The sweepstakes will run exclusively between this past Monday, the 22nd, all the way to May 19th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, offering participants ample time to join on the excitement. Meanwhile, Xbox Labs is creating a set of controllers inspired by X-Men characters. The characters include Wolverine, Storm, Rogue, Morph, Magneto, Jubilee, Gambit, rest in peace, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Beast, and Bishop. Each character has a unique controller design and comes in a 90s inspired blister pack. Y'all, please go online and check these out. They're amazing. All I have to say is, Sony, give me something. Please. Please respond. Please retaliate. Give me something. A lot of you probably remember, I know I do, because I was neck deep in Grand Theft Auto news when it was first released on PS3. Yeah, PS3. And the developers at Rockstar had mentioned that they were going to do some DLC, to carry on the story of the characters. Well, they did do that. And it got scrapped. And apparently, one of the voice actors revealed this to be true. Stephen Ogg has said developer Rockstar Games originally planned to make a story expansion focused on Trevor. However, it seemingly canceled as a result of GTA Online becoming so popular. As reported by The Loadout, Ogg was joined by Michael actor Ned Luke and Franklin actor Sean Fontano in a question and answer session with Streamerly. The trio shed light on what they claim was scrapped downloadable content for GTA 5 that starred Trevor as a federal as an FIB agent. Quote, originally they were going to continue stories with Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. We also had done a cool shit ton of, I forgot, DLC, I have no idea, but where Trevor was going to be an undercover, he works for the feds, Ogg said. And we did shoot some of the fun stuff with James Bond Trevor. He's still kind of a fuck up, but he's doing his best. And we shot some stuff and then it just disappeared. And they never followed up on it. Luke then suggested the was canceled because of the success of GTA Online, which remained as popular in 2024 at the launch over a decade ago. They went to GTA Online, I believe. Luke said a story, and that's kind of how that all happened. Talk about a drop ball, right? Like, who would have not wanted to continue to play more story involving Trevor. I mean, as an FIB agent, come on, that would have been crazy. You know, some more Franklin, some more Michael. I mean, hell, I would have loved to see more DLC content, you know, and my thing is, if it exists, is there a way to remaster and give it to us anyway? Maybe that's, I mean, I don't think it's too late, is it? I don't know, Rockstar. The ball's in y'all court. It's somewhere. Give it to us. All right, y'all. Let's speak technical for a moment.
This is the Alpha 5 from DeLorean.
We've locked in 32 gigabytes of Corsair engine DDR5 RAM and one of the best gaming SSDs.
Offers flexible internal recording options, including 4K Cinema Raw Light at 10-bit or 12-bit.
That is an integrated ion trap and time-of-flight mass spectrometer.
Wow, hi, techie.
All right, y'all. Technically speaking, President Joe Biden signed a bill Wednesday that could lead to a nationwide TikTok ban, escalating a massive threat to the company's U.S. operation. Congress passed the bill this week as part of a wide-ranging foreign aid package meant to support Israel and Ukraine. The House approved it on Saturday and the Senate on Tuesday. The legislation poses the most severe risk to TikTok since U.S. officials began raising concerns about the app in 2020. Under what is now U.S. law, TikTok is forced to find a new owner within months or be banned from the U.S. entirely. The bill that Biden signed gives TikTok's Chinese parent ByteDance 270 days from the time of the signing to sell TikTok. Failure to do so would lead to significant consequences. TikTok would be prohibited from U.S. app stores and internet hosting services supporting it. That would effectively restrict new downloads of the app and interaction with its content. Biden's decision his decision to sign the bill on Wednesday puts the deadline for a sale at January 19th, 2025. Under the legislation, however, Biden could extend the deadline another 90 days if he determines the company's made progress toward a sale, giving TikTok potentially up to a year before facing a ban. TikTok is threatening legal action to oppose the law in a video posted to TikTok. Company CEO Xiao Chu told users, "Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in courts." He added, "The facts of the Constitution are on our side and we expect to prevail." In a statement, a TikTok spokesperson called the law unconstitutional and said it would devastate the platform's 170 million U.S. users and 7 million businesses that operate on the app. Okay, so here's my thing. Here's my opinion on that, in case anyone cares to know. What exactly has TikTok done since its inception to cause for an actual law to be passed banning it? I don't want to hear what you think might happen. I don't want you to regurgitate something you swallowed that you saw on Facebook that was reposted by somebody who you met maybe once or have never met. I don't want to hear what the popular topic is in whatever Facebook group you're in. It's just wild that they came together so quickly over this. And yet we have people who are severely hungry in these streets. So much other stuff is going on in America that legislation can't get passed for, that these people in Washington can't come together for. But they came together so quickly to ban TikTok. I just think our tax dollars are not going to what they need to go to. And because we pay taxes, that means you guys work for us. You need to fucking do better. Because this is disgusting. The fact that you can come together this quickly over a TikTok ban, but it makes my head hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. In better news, the Federal Communications Commission announced today, this past week, that it has voted to restore net neutrality in a 3-1 vote. Now, as a result of the vote, the agency has now been authorized to reclassify internet service providers ISPs, as a common carrier under the Title II of the Communications Act. The proposal is almost identical to the original proposal for net neutrality. However, the new rules will also allow the agency to block the authorization of websites controlled by foreign adversaries. The timing of this is pretty impeccable, as Biden signed the whole thing for TikTok. The agency revealed that during the meeting that was not planning to regulate pricing, we need broadband to reach 100% all of us, and we need it fast, open, and fair. All right, so I guess that's a good thing at least. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not really feeling the government right now. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the government at all right now. Yeah, let's mark out.
Acknowledge me.
But girl,
Do you wanna know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
Tony?
Yeah.
Cut the shit.
titty slap.
What everybody saying? Yeah.
Okay, Vince McMahon. Every time I think I'm done talking about this fool, man, hear it again. But this is good news. This is good news this time. Vince McMahon entered a preliminary filing to put all of his remaining shares of WWE's parent company TKO up for sale. McMahon had over 8 million shares left in the company after selling approximately 1.3 billion worth of shares since November of 2023, with many suspecting that McMahon might have been looking for a way out of the business. That now seems to be the case, as a new prospectus released by TKO Group Holdings has revealed that a total of 8,258,887 shares are officially up for sale, including the 8 million plus shares held by McMahon, meaning that when it's all said and done, McMahon will no longer have any link to WWE in any capacity. The remaining shares being sold belong to WWE President Nick Khan, who has also registered to sell the entirety of his own TKO shares, as well as restricted stock units he has amassed over time. In the reporting of this story, Sportico's Brendan Coffey spoke to a source who claimed Khan will remain in his position within TKO despite the move, and said a spokesperson for TKO declined to comment. While neither McMahon's nor Khan's shares have not been sold at the time of writing, it is typical in the corporate world for shares to be snapped up shortly after they are put up for sale. So, by the time you guys are hearing this, those stocks have been sold, and Vince McMahon is no longer attached to WWE in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It is the end of an era, and good riddance to bad rubbish. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, y'all. This episode has, ain't gonna lie, it's drained me a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to listen to this content and others. Subscribe, please. Follow us on our social media channels. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?